There is a world beyond what we can see with our naked eyes, a world teeming with life so small you can't see it. In this world, there are hunters and there are the hunted. Now, we all know about bacteria. They're everywhere, on your skin, in your gut, on this very screen. But did you know there's something that hunts bacteria? That's right. There are tiny, invisible assassins dedicated to one mission: finding and destroying bacteria. These are not chemicals or drugs made in a lab. They are natural-born killers, sculpted by billions of years of evolution to be the most efficient bacteria slayers on the planet. They are everywhere bacteria are. Everywhere. In the soil, in the oceans, even inside you. These microscopic predators are called bacteriophages, or phages for short. Bacterio for bacteria, phage from Greek meaning to eat, literally a bacteria eater. They are the most abundant life form on Earth, about a 1 followed by 31 zeros. So, what exactly is this amazing bacteria eater? A bacteriophage is a type of virus. Now, I know what you're thinking. Viruses. Aren't those the bad guys that make us sick? Yes, some viruses, like those that cause the flu or the common cold, infect human cells. But phages are different. They are completely uninterested in human, plant, or animal cells. Their one and only target is bacteria. You could swim in a pool full of bacteriophages, and they would just ignore you. Think of a phage as a tiny, non-living machine with a single purpose. It's a bit of genetic material, DNA or RNA, wrapped in a protective protein shell. It doesn't eat, it doesn't breathe, and it can't move on its own. It just drifts, bumping into things. But when it bumps into the right bacterium, an incredible chain of events begins. It's a parasite, an extremely picky one. It needs the bacterial cell's machinery to make more copies of itself. Without bacteria, a phage is just a lifeless particle waiting for its chance. Imagine a factory that builds only one car model. A tiny robot injects its blueprints and hijacks the assembly, just like a phage takes over a bacterium. The story of how we found phages shows how science really works. It wasn't one eureka moment, but many minds in many places. In 1915, Frederick Twort saw bacterial colonies mysteriously disappear. He filtered the vanished material, and it destroyed other bacteria. He called it a filterable virus. In 1917, Felix Derel independently found a virus parasitic on bacteria. His filtered samples ate away bacterial lawns, leaving clear plaques. He named it bacteriophage. He tested phage therapy, first on himself, then on patients, with promising results. By the 1920s and 30s, phage treatments were widely explored. Then penicillin arrived, easier to make, store, and use. Phage research in the West largely stopped, but in places like the Soviet Union, the work continued, and the phage story didn't end. Today, that story is surging back to the forefront of medicine. What do phages look like, and how do they pull off a bacterial heist? Many have a lunar lander design, efficient and iconic. On top sits the capsid, protecting the genetic blueprints. A tube-like tail with leg-like tail fibers acts as sensors. They recognize specific molecules on target bacteria, a lock-and-key mechanism. Wrong cell? The phage floats away. Find the right host, and it's game on. The tail acts like a syringe, punching through the cell's outer layer. Then it injects its genetic material straight into the bacterium. The empty shell remains like a tiny ghost. Landing and injection take only minutes. Inside, the phage DNA seizes control, turning the cell into a phage factory. New heads, tails, and tail fibers self-assemble into hundreds of phages. About 30 minutes later, the cell bursts, killing the bacterium and releasing a swarm to repeat the cycle. While once forgotten, bacteriophages are making a huge comeback. Phage therapy is helping treat infections resistant to all known antibiotics, offering a new ray of hope. Doctors ID the bacterium, find matching phages, and give a phage cocktail. This is saving lives right now in compassionate use cases. Beyond hospitals, phages help keep food safe. FDA-approved mixtures can be sprayed on meats, poultry, and produce. They target harmful bacteria without changing taste, smell, or safety for us. Farmers use phage-based sprays against plant diseases like bacterial spot and fire blight, sparing beneficial microbes. Pets and livestock get targeted care, reducing antibiotic overuse and helping curb resistance. From saving lives to protecting our food and our furry friends, phages are versatile allies against bad bacteria. It's a more sustainable, eco-friendly way to secure healthy people, healthy crops, and a safer food supply. Let's talk about one of the biggest threats to global health: antibiotic resistance. For decades, we relied on antibiotics, but overuse and misuse let bacteria evolve. Now we face superbugs, resistant to multiple, and sometimes all drugs. The World Health Organization lists it among the top global health threats. We need new solutions. Phages are super-specific, guided missiles that hit bad bacteria while sparing our helpful microbes. That means fewer side effects and a healthier microbiome. Bacteria can resist phages, but phages evolve too. If one fails, nature offers another. We can train phages in the lab and maintain vast libraries to find fast matches, an adaptive arsenal. Scientists engineer phages and develop delivery methods like creams for skin and inhalers for lungs. Phage therapy isn't a magic bullet, but it's a powerful new weapon. By embracing these natural hunters, we can enter a new era of medicine and win the war against superbugs. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, comment, and share.